things. When you give up those things, but when you give up your manhood, I've never seen somebody recover from it. That was all the people that went to the puffy parties. That was all the people that did all those things thinking that there was never going to be a consequence for what they were doing. Got punked out and pimped out by some greater desire. You shouldn't have a greater desire than being a man.
Bothering me is that being a celebrity sometimes comes with, like, everybody wants to be successful in a celebrity and stuff like that, but it comes with, you know, bullshit sometimes, and, you know, that's the only thing that I hate about it.
Bryshere Gray has finally opened up about why his friendship with Terrence Howard came to an end after Empire finished airing. According to Bryshere, Terrence already knew about the situation involving Diddy because he was approached first. Bryshere claims Terrence refused to be involved, making it clear that he was not interested. However, he also says Terrence never warned him about what might happen next. Instead, Bryshere believes Terrence stayed silent while he faced serious personal and professional struggles. What disappointed him the most was that Terrence often speaks about standing up to the power and pressure of Hollywood. Bryshere feels that when the time came to protect someone he once called his younger brother, Terrence chose to walk away instead of offering support.
I'm watching him, he's with my man Charlie Mack, so Charlie was with me every step of the way. First out the limo, so Charlie has been with me, 30 years coming up in the business. So, he's surrounded by a whole lot of strength. He's surrounded by a whole lot of love. And all he has to do is add discipline, and he's gonna be all right.
Many people believe that Bryshere Gray was let down by almost everyone around him. According to this viewpoint, he did not receive the guidance and support he needed during some of the most important years of his life. Critics often point to the people closest to him, including family members, mentors, and even those he considered friends, saying they failed to protect him or help him make better decisions. These claims have become part of the larger conversation about the challenges young stars face in the entertainment industry. Stories about Sean Diddy Combs and allegations involving his behavior toward both younger and older men have been discussed for quite some time. Because of that, many people were surprised when actor Terrence Howard shared a personal experience that he claimed involved Diddy. Howard has always presented himself as someone who is confident in who he is, and he has spoken openly about staying true to his own values despite the pressures of working in Hollywood. Last year, Howard surprised many people when he described an encounter that he said made him uncomfortable. According to Howard, Diddy contacted him and asked for acting coaching because he was preparing for a new role. At first, Howard believed the request was sincere and expected the meetings to focus on improving Diddy's acting skills. However, Howard later said he began to feel that the situation was about something completely different. Believing the interactions had crossed personal boundaries, he decided to end all communication. Howard said he immediately turned down any further involvement and avoided unnecessary contact with Diddy after that. From then on, whenever they happened to see each other at entertainment events, Howard said he kept their conversations brief and professional, choosing to maintain his distance.
Me for weeks asking me to come and teach him how to, wanted me to be his acting coach for a while. Go there and he's sitting around just looking. I'm like, okay, what's the material you want to work on? He's just looking at me. Then next thing you know, okay, hey, will you help me? I want to hear your music. So I come over there and I play the music. And he's sitting there just looking at me, like waiting. Okay. So then my assistant was like, he wants to hang out with you next week. And I was like, for what? He's like, I think he's trying to fuck you. That's what my assistant said. And I was like, oh, okay. Now I get it. So now no more communication.
Terrence Howard may not be as active in Hollywood today, but many people still remember him as one of the industry's most attractive leading men during his peak years. According to his story, several producers contacted him with offers that came with uncomfortable expectations in exchange for movie roles. He claimed that he turned down those opportunities every time because he believed keeping his self-respect was more important than gaining fame, money, or bigger career opportunities. Rather than compromise his personal values, he chose to walk away. Later, the conversation shifted to Bryshere Gray, who played Terrence's son on Empire. Terrence made a controversial remark, suggesting that Bryshere's situation was an example of what can happen to men after becoming involved with Diddy, implying that they lose an important part of themselves.
What he had to do in order to get to where he was at. There's a lot of things that people do that end up sitting and they can't get over it. And they got to keep getting high, hoping to get it out of their head.
Bryshere has been trying to share his side of the story for a long time, and he does not seem willing to stay silent, especially when he feels criticized by Terrence Howard. According to the claims being discussed, Bryshere entered the entertainment industry at a very young and impressionable age. Because he was still a teenager, he was in a vulnerable position and had to depend on the adults around him to guide and protect him. Instead, some people believe that those closest to him failed to do that. Reports have claimed that Bryshere's former manager, Charlie Mack, worked together with his mother, Andrea, to introduce him to powerful figures in the entertainment world, including Diddy and Will Smith. These allegations suggest that Bryshere was only 17 years old when he was discovered, making him an easy target for people who wanted to take advantage of his dreams of becoming a successful actor and performer. Some critics believe that the promise of money, fame, and career opportunities influenced the decisions made by the adults in his life. As a result, Bryshere allegedly lost the support system he needed the most. The situation became even more difficult because, if Bryshere had tried to resist or speak out, it would have been easy for others to label him as difficult, unstable, or ungrateful. That could have damaged both his reputation and his career. Bryshere has also suggested that he felt disappointed by Terrence Howard. When they first met, Terrence reportedly acted like a mentor, offering acting advice, sharing his experience, and encouraging the young actor. He also warned Bryshere about some of the darker realities of the entertainment industry and the pressures that often come with talent, ambition, and success. Because of that, Bryshere believed he had found someone he could trust. However, based on the claims being made today, he now feels that this relationship did not provide the protection and support he once expected.
This is the thing with Terrence. He doesn't know how to get out of character when we work. So sometimes I go crazy because I'm talking to Lucius, you know, so I may be like getting into the scene even more than I'm hearing Terrence talk to me as Lucius, and I'm like,
After Bryce was introduced to Diddy and Will Smith, Terrence did not just hear stories about what happened. According to the claims in the original account, he believed he witnessed the changes in Bryce himself and felt the impact firsthand. Will Smith's former friend, brother Bilal, also claimed that Bryce would sometimes arrive on set appearing to be under the influence and was very difficult to work with. He reportedly became angry and lashed out at people around him because he believed they knew about what had happened to him and had chosen to stay silent.
I'm in Chicago. This guy's acting erratic. Crazy. He's getting stopped by the cops. There's male prostitutes involved. There's mental illness involved. There's drug use involved. And I'm really trying to see what happened to this guy. And one day he said, you know what happened. You know that Will R-worded me, or however y'all kind of say it on YouTube. You know that Diddy sexually assaulted me. And you know Charlie Mack made me suck his private part, right? And I'm like, whoa, this was a full admittance.
Terrence reportedly noticed how deeply hurt and emotionally defeated Bryce felt after the experiences that were being discussed. According to the claims in the story, Bryce no longer seemed like the confident young man he had once been. Instead, he appeared withdrawn, discouraged, and struggling with everything that had happened. In the past, Terrence had been someone Bryce could lean on, but over time, people claimed that their relationship became much more distant. Reports suggested that the two only spoke while they were working together on the set of Empire. If Bryce tried to contact Terrence outside of work or asked him for advice, it was said that Terrence rarely responded. The story claims that Terrence understood how much Bryce was suffering, but he also believed that openly supporting him could seriously damage his own career. At the time, Sean Diddy Combs was viewed by many as one of the most powerful figures in the music and entertainment business, with strong industry connections, including his long association with Clive Davis. Because of that influence, some believed that anyone who publicly challenged him could risk being pushed out of the industry. According to these claims, Terrence decided to stay quiet rather than become involved. Whether that choice was made out of fear, self-protection, or career concerns remains a matter of speculation. Meanwhile, Bryce was said to become a very different person from the one fans had first come to know. After Empire ended, Bryce faced several legal problems. In 2020, he was arrested on charges related to domestic violence and assault. The following year, he pleaded guilty to aggravated assault and received a sentence that included 10 days in county jail along with 3 years of probation. Those events brought even more public attention to his personal struggles and made many people wonder what had happened to the talented actor and musician. Bryce also became known for posting controversial content online. Many people felt that his social media activity was shocking and difficult to understand. More recently, however, there have been signs that he may be trying to rebuild his life. His Twitter account has been made private, although some older links remain available. On Instagram, he has shared videos and photos showing himself making music again and performing at clubs in Kenya. According to people close to the situation, Bryce has been focusing on moving forward while keeping no contact with Terrence Howard or others he believes let him down during his time on Empire. Online reactions have been mixed. Some people have expressed sympathy, saying they wish Bryce the same compassion that other troubled celebrities often receive. They remember him as a gifted young performer and hope he can continue healing, rebuild his career, and find peace in the years ahead.